And then there's two types of empathy. Remember our definition, we talked about perspective taking, understanding somebody's point of view. That's called cognitive empathy. And then there's feeling what somebody else is feeling, and that's called emotional or affective empathy. And they're actually two different things, and the scientists have found two different brain centers that light up when you're having those types of empathy with people. So empathy gets lumped into, and in some presentations I talk about empathy as that E word people are afraid of, like emotion. And it makes people go, oh no, scary, I don't want to do that, and then they step away from it altogether. In the workplace, it's all about cognitive empathy. It's about taking the perspective of somebody else, understanding where they might be coming from. It's not about their feelings. It's understanding where they're coming from, what's informing or influencing them, so that you can therefore craft your statements, conversation to help persuade them. As I mentioned, there's an empathy crisis going on. Some data from a study that Ignite 360 did in January. I mean, we asked it's a bad research question. It's literally like, how well do you agree with this statement? I can easily see the point of view of other people. That's kind of like obvious you should be answering yes if you're a normal functioning member of society. Yet 31% of our respondents were not able to agree with that statement. And because it's self-reported, you guys in particular know that number's probably higher, which is really concerning. Now, this is in the United States. So you might go, oh, well, it's not over here. But I'm willing to bet, if somebody would like to fund that study, I'm willing to bet you'd find some similar levels over here in the UK and in Europe. Additionally, there's what's known as the study of studies out of the University of Michigan. They found a 40% decline in empathy skills, being able to see the point of view of classmates. This was among college students. They looked at 76 universities from 1979 through 2009. Between 1979 and 2001, it had declined by 40%. And then it never moved up or further down, fortunately, but it never ticked back up in those last 8 years. And if you think about everything else that's happened in society in those 13 years now since that study concluded, I'm willing to bet it hasn't gotten any better, and we're seeing nearly 1/3 of American adults can't easily see the point of view of somebody else. So when you think about empathy, though, it empowers the skills that let us be the people that we are and that we want to be. So you start with empathy. Empathy is like the secret ingredient, and it helps with communication, collaboration, problem solving, persuasion, decision making, trust, forgiveness, compassion. You can't have any of those things. You can't do those things well if you're not being empathetic, if you're not using empathy in some form or fashion. And so then you're doing those skills, and wow, that helps you be a better leader, manager, team member, independent contributor, parent, friend, volunteer, human being. It helps you be a better member of society. But in the workplace in particular, because that's what we're here to talk about, it's those top things. It's about being a better leader. It's about being a better manager, team contributor. It's how you collaborate with each other. It's how you work together. And empathy is fundamental to all of that.